I know you've been angel investing for a long time, and I was just wondering, I don't know how that's gone, how you kind of manage your portfolio. Are you still looking for investments, and is it harder today than it used to be?
Cool. Lots of questions there.
Yeah.
First off, I really am thrilled because I got lucky. So with Go Industry, this 1.0.com, we managed to raise our cash just after the crash, a big slug of cash, and then we were able to be sensible, not listen to the prevailing theory that the faster you burn, the better you are. We used the money to kind of buy some companies, build up, and then we ultimately listed it on AIM in 2006. So that gave me a little bit of time. Thought about what I'd do, thought about moving back to the States, go to India, go to China, and decided that there's a great community here, but it was nascent. There was lots of learnings, but there were lots of good assets, and it was just one of the nicest things. You asked me earlier, when I go back and forth to the States, what do I miss, what do I like? And I used to beat myself up a lot, because hey, the companies are bigger and they grow faster there. It's a true fact.
Yeah.
But when you are working in the web in San Francisco, you in whose army, right? I mean, big deal. There's not that community feel. Whereas here, people are really trying to help each other out. It is a community. You feel, it's like the old American TV show Cheers. You go in, everybody knows your name. It's nice. It's friendly. And there's something to that. And yet there's still some opportunity. And there are some companies like Spotify that, London borrows from Sweden and stuff like that, but that are building up and making names. But back in '07, it was still kind of potential. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if I could be a very small part of that? And Saul Klein, just at the time, had started moving from these kind of weekly coffees to the idea of having an accelerator, a seed fund. And so I invested in that and got very heavily involved and was on the initial board there. And that gave me great opportunity. Worked with Reshma, who was the CEO there, and got to see hundreds and hundreds of startups.
Okay. What was the company?
It's called Seed Camp.
Oh, Seed Camp. Yeah, of course. Yeah. We've got one of the guys coming up in a few weeks I think Carlos is coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, for somebody who was new to the game, you get the important thing, I think, is you get pattern recognition. You see hundreds of these companies, you start seeing, founders and things that kind of work. And in that initial batch, I invested in Ed Spiegel. And again, it's names, it's people. It's the concept changed twice. It was collaborative consumption idea back in '08 that just never had a chance. So he just pivoted a couple of times and got something that was getting people in the flats. And he sold it. We couldn't get any VCs to put money in. So with 200,000 pounds of investment in it, we just had to live on revenues. And he made it work and sold it for 10 million. And when you only put 200 grand into something, that's a nice exit, but it's not the 200 million one that's going to fuel the roundabout, right? And they moved to the States. But other ones in that batch, Ryan Knotts with My Builder, and that one kind of built up. And then through some of the Seed Camp pieces, I invested in 10 companies in total. One of them mine, so 9 not mine. And only one blew up. So some of them are still, they need to make their way. But I would say the main thing is you learn that it's about the people.
We keep hearing that over and over again.
It's our tagline.
Yeah.
What we found is that people who we connect with, guess what? They somehow they are more determined. They're more committed. They go the extra mile to find their way into the. So Fernando from Higher Life. Every gig I went to, he was at the back of the room waving at me. I was thinking, how did that guy do that? I have no idea how he did it. And so we actually really embrace and encourage that. It's really easy. We're very accessible, and the amazing thing is Twitter.